What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Jovial Pursuit podcast. I'm your host, Jovi, with my co-host, Brandon. And today we have a guest, Eve. And we're going to be talking to her in just a bit. But real quick, let's get a recap. My week, kind of slow. I had appointments yesterday. Jill and I calculated I had about 26 to 30 injections yesterday. We're hitting new highs in this recent one because it was like in between 27 and 30 really, but yeah. So steroid shots in the back of the head, and lidocaine shots all throughout my traps and then my upper shoulders.
Yep.
And then I had PT later that day. It wasn't a great setup. The thing is, I wasn't up for it the day before, so I had to reschedule, and that was the only time I could get in. So I was like, yesterday was rough, guys. Yesterday was rough.
How's it all feeling now? I have so many questions about your shots, your pain-free living, and how long that lasts for.
It's had a chance to sink in. Yesterday I was just tired a bunch. So we had planned on going to the beach and all that. That didn't happen. I came back and I napped for a couple hours. Then I had to go to PT, and then it was the evening, and I'm like, hey, so I'm tired. And I called it 8:30. I was in bed.
Oh.
I was in bed prior to that, but slept. Yeah. But today I'm feeling good. I can tilt my head back and not pass out. That's pretty awesome for me. So I should be able to laugh through this if we find opportunity to joke. But yeah, that was the highlight of my week.
Yeah, no joking allowed. You cannot laugh all day.
It's my medicine. Laughter's this might get by.
Yep.
All right, Brandon, what do we got on the recap?
It was, what was it? Coming back from holiday weekend stuff. So it was a little tough. The Monday after holiday weekends for the kids, when we're running around doing lots of fun stuff. Monday mornings usually just kind of, you get up and you're just trying to get back into the routine of things. So it was a good week. Nothing too, I don't think there was anything too crazy. Oh no. Well, we're gonna run into some hiccups pretty soon here because of the Donald, with some of the Medicaid stuff that the Medicare stuff. And so this week has been a little bit of a lot of insurance companies emailing me hey, remember that thing we used to carry? We're not gonna do that anymore. And so now we're this is gonna hit. This is not gonna be good. So
my understanding with that, though, because we've also been having those conversations at the organization that I work at too, Brandon, and we get we receive a lot of Medicaid funding for our counselors, therapists, etc., that are working with kiddos of all ages. And so we've been having a lot of these conversations too this last week. And my understanding is that supposedly these, and who knows these days, right? Everything could change, but tomorrow. But is that the Medicaid cuts? We won't necessarily feel the effects until 2026.
Right.
There's a delay.
The theory. Yeah, that's sort of the theory. What we're seeing on the Minnesota side is different insurance companies that are contracting to provide Medicaid services. Those are the ones that are hey, we're not going to do that. You won't even feel cuts. It's just not. We're not going to be a part of that world anymore.
Starting now. They're done now, or
August. There's already one that's kicking off August 1st, where they're we're not going to do that. So then people are going to have to find another either program to sort of fit in. So, and anytime you start messing with government programming and funding, it takes so long to get figured out. So we'll call people and be hey, you guys have any answers for this? And they're listen, we're just trying to, we're not even done reading the bill yet. So we don't know. We'll get back to you when we know something. So it just gets messy. So who knows what's going to happen? But I know in theory they're trying to say that 2026 is when things will start to really be felt, especially by providers.
But some of that ripple's happening now.
Well, yeah, and I think what we'll from like the mental health side, I think we will probably see people just not taking government like funding at all. So we've seen a lot of providers stop taking Medicare, Medicaid stuff, and so we'll see what happens.
First ripple in the pond, huh?
Good old Donald bringing Elon in here to cut everything up, and then psych.
I think
We're
that was
gonna
going to
add some
happen
more.
regardless.
Yeah.
Not that I stick up for him too much, because we don't
That man-
on this show.
That man got played.
I think I'm in the right place.
That man got played. Like, I'm just saying, like, and now he's out here like, I'm gonna try and form a new party. This is gonna.
He's still getting paid. I don't see how much of a play he's still getting paid millions by the day.
Yeah, I know. But
although the party is being like, hey, as soon as we can figure out how to deport you, we're gunning for it.
Oh, for sure.
Talk about infighting.
I really feel like I'm just watching like some kind of reality TV show right now, and I'm like, okay, what's the next episode?
Because obviously,
Ryan Seacrest is gonna pop out somewhere.
My grandmother she passed a few years ago, but she was quite the artist, and she also did a lot of like political cartoons, like satire and just like pretty intense politically oriented artwork. And I just feel like she'd be like rolling over in her grave right now. But also I'm like, wow, I wish I could have seen some of your cartoon work right now. Just see like what would come out of her head and out of her pen.
Being run just like a reality TV show. Just like his show back in the day, where he's like, yeah, you're fired. That's what he's doing. He's just using his tagline without having to say it so often.
Oof. That's true. That's a little, but it feels like too similar in a way. Like, wait a second.
Because the man hasn't changed.
No,
32, 34 time felon running office right now.
Yep.
Nonetheless.
That's a slippery slope, my friend.
Right.
Okay, let's come off the edge.
It does lead into a bit of your recap of the week. So it sounds like you've had to hear part of the beginning impacts, but any other lighter parts of your week? Thanks a lot, Brandon.
Sorry. It was like one of those things that I blocked out, and then I was like, oh wait, no, it has been stressful. Thanks, Donald.
So
any other positive things, Brandon?
It was a great week to get out in the sunshine and enjoy that. That was great. I loved that.
That's good. Quick recap on yours, Eve.
Yeah, thanks. It was a good week overall. Definitely a Fast and Furious season. I have company in town right now through Sunday, so we've been hosting. Have gotten out on like a few hikes. Went to a music show last night at like a little, local venue in the area. Also dealing with a lot of like these types of conversations at my work right now. Did a couple of interviews yesterday about public transit and supporting public transit in the area, and had a bunch of campers come on through. So I'm at that stage of life. I just throw something, I don't know about the two of you, I throw it on the calendar, maybe put a color code on it, check like the week before, or maybe at the start of the month, and be like, okay, what do I need to do to prepare? But I just throw it on, and sometimes I don't want to look at it, or else it gets a little overwhelming. I'm like, how's this all gonna happen fit? but I just throw it and go.
Yep.
I've been
So
like it
that's my
being
mantra this week.
busy.
Mhm.
As someone who's been in the house a whole lot, like this week, I'm actually pretty as much as yesterday was kind of a dizzy day and whatnot. We have the guest today, which is super exciting. Tomorrow I've got a daddy stroller event, so we'll be in LA with a bunch of dads and our babies, walk around the park with our and have a good time.
And that
So
sounds great.
I'm excited. So
Can I ask one question about that?
yeah.
I'm getting way too excited about the stroller like image. Are you going to decorate your stroller? No.
I'm not that guy.
No, there's not going to be
we'll
like
have probably more or less coordinated like color outfits, but that's probably the extent of it. I don't know.
You remember how we used to like have playing cards and you put them in your wheels like as a kid on your bike? Can you do that on the strollers though?
I mean, technically, who has a clothespin or like they used to back in the day?
ah, can't remember the last time I've seen a clothespin.
Most of these youth don't even know what that is. I just said an ancient term. Okay, ancient maybe shouldn't be. Let me not say ancient.
Hang on, let me go collect my laundry from the line. I'll be right back.
Yep.
It's drying over there.
You live in a great area for that though. Breeze coming through steadily. I'm like Minnesota as well, although not as breezy. The heat's still nice enough to do so.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of these youth don't know it.
Yeah. Wait, Eve, where do you live?
Yeah, I'm up in Washington State. Yeah.
Is the Rainier stuff like were you? I was reading about like Rainier having all these earthquakes underneath it like this week. Is that
Was
a
it this
thing?
week? That is a good question. I have not been aware of that this week, but there are definitely seismic activity
Okay.
events that happen in Washington. None of them have been super massive. So are you very familiar with Oregon or Washington, Brandon? Have you been out this way?
Yep.
Okay. I live in the Columbia River Gorge area, which is right on the border, of Washington and Oregon. So close to Hood River, Mount Hood, Mount Adams. Haven't really felt earthquakes here, but when I was kind of more on the west side of Washington, every so often you get a little, a baby bump kind of thing. And you're like, ooh, this ground is rocking a little, but nothing major. So
all right.
far. Knock on wood.
I feel like earthquakes haven't been chiming up as much as from what I heard about, California before. It just hasn't been as prevalent. Then I wonder, just West Coast in general, have you felt like they aren't coming up as much for the past few years? Question for you.
No, I don't think so. Not at least, based on my very authentic, subjective experience and opinion. Let me speak to the masses, but no, I have not personally noticed anything.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, I guess we should get into the episode and the guests and everything. I guess we'll start with a little rundown. This is Eve Elderwell. I know her from way back when, and we both had kind of difficult times coming up and in different ways, and we both have found ourselves in the mental health field. And I ended up coming across her. I was like, how do I get her on the show? Because it's fascinating how most people with difficult past end up somewhere down this line of coaching, mentoring, teaching, in some format. So I wanted to have her on the show. Everybody, quick round of applause. Eve, thanks for coming along. Yay! All right. We appreciate you popping up and having a conversation with us.
Thanks, Javon. Yeah, this is great. And no surprise, right? I was just so excited when I saw that you had reached out because, Brandon, we go way back to when we were little spring chickens just running around, walking, being we don't know what we're doing back in those early teen years. So to be able to kind of almost come full circle, especially with some of like what you were saying, Jovan, like looking back in that 2020 kind of hindsight experience of, okay, so, and with so many individuals that I've like crossed in this field, there usually is that similarities of like life experience and backgrounds and very legitimate reasons as to why at some point down the road someone might feel called to want to jump back in and support someone that was walking that path like that we were walking maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago. Because it's like, yeah, I know what that's like. I can like empathize with that. And it's not easy, but like I got through on the other side. You got through out to the other side. Hallelujah. Somehow we survived.
Both made our way to the West Coast.
Yeah. We survived. So we just want to like give encouragement to others that you can get
Exactly.
too. Yeah.
Fantastic. So we have a series of questions for you. Some of them were the same as I mentioned before. So I'll let Brandon start because I think I covered most of them, but I think some of them mimic mine. So if you want to go with your first couple questions.
All right. I'm going to pull up my list here.
That should have been pretty set.
Should have been
work
pretty
with.
set.
You know what I mean?
It's just sloppy over here, man. Goodness. Excuse you. Oh yeah. So the first one I had was what sort of got you started in this field of work that you're in?
Sure. Yeah. So I work in the nonprofit sector, specifically in the mental health and social service realm. Did not go to college for this and was not necessarily anticipating 10 years later being in this realm, which I guess is part of life too, right? It's like, oh, the things like where I see myself 10 years from now is definitely not where I ended up. But I got started after college, right around college. I started volunteering for a local women's shelter. And just as a little bit of quick background, originally from the East Coast. That's where Javon and I met out in New York State. I went out to college in Honolulu, and then after college came to the Pacific Northwest, so Bellingham area, San Juan Islands. I have a lot of family in that area as well too. So that was kind of where I landed post-college after all the externships and the travel that I did through college, because I went to college for at like a liberal arts, make your own major. Did I know what I wanted to do? No, but I was like, teaching sounds great. So does cross-cultural sociology. I think I'm going to do that. So, did that a little bit through school, and I've always kind of done half and half, especially post-college. But when I landed in Washington State, I was looking for ways to get involved in the community, especially with that element of like, okay, I just went through something and I know I still have a long way to go and a lot to learn, but I'd like to maybe jump into volunteering or like seeing what is out there as that way to give back and like the helper helping essentially. So I did get started with volunteering at a local women's shelter way back in the day, and from volunteering then stepped into a direct service position working as an advocate at the women's shelter, and that really just was like the foot in the door to realizing, okay, there's ways to advocate, to support individuals, be it through that like mental health, not so much counseling, but really being there to safety plan or to hear where someone is at. Exactly. So that kind of got my foot in the door about 10 years ago. And when the pandemic started, so I had been like, part-time working at a nonprofit doing direct service work in the mental health social service area, and then also part-time teaching. And when the pandemic started, that felt like a good time to pick one path. And so I shifted my focus to the nonprofit sector full-time.
Man, that's an interesting time to choose the nonprofit world, because I don't maybe it's just me, but like I don't know that I saw lots of people being like, yes, now's the time for nonprofit like social service sector. That's where I'm going.
Lead me not into temptation. I can get there myself. I'm like, there's an interesting route. Let's just jump and see where it goes. Yeah. Well, also where I live too, in the Columbia River Gorge area, there are at least 40 different primary community partners, whether it's social service agencies, nonprofit healthcare centers, etc. And so I moved here to this part of Washington when the pandemic started as well. And so during that time period, I saw all the nonprofits really coming together in a way that was really inspiring. And I was like, okay, I kind of want to be a part of that because it is so community oriented. So this is a great opportunity to just pick one and go for it.
Oh, that sounds great.
It's been very rewarding ever since. Not easy, but rewarding.
It's fascinating that they pooled together in the way that they did, because that wasn't a stance for most of the nation. A lot of people kind of like shrunk in to themselves at that point in time. Those who helped, they as much as they wanted to help on a grander scale, it was very like minimalized to a very targeted demographic. So it's amazing that the area in which you are decided to pool together their resources and really help out the community in which they did.
There's definitely and not that this area, I don't know if any area is perfect by any means. This area definitely has its challenges and various ideologies and clashes at the community level too, but there really is an element of that community-based work that happens here. I think because there are a lot of small communities around the gorge. So when something, whether it is, a climate emergency, or if something happens to a community that then that community is affected. I've really seen the other communities rally together, but be it, pouring funds into something or giving a bunch of donations to a particular cause, like that kind of community coming together to help one another sounds so bucolic, and it's not perfect here, but that was kind of what sparked my interest to stay in that social service agency mental health field of like, okay, we're stronger. I firmly believe we're stronger when we work together. And so that has been one of my driving values as to finding fulfilling work / fulfilling other elements of my life. That's like a piece that I look for.
So can you tell us a little bit about your current program and what you do?
Sure. Yeah. So now I work at a social service agency called The Next Door that is based out of Hood River and the Dalles in Oregon, but works all around the Columbia River Gorge. We have about 100 staff, a little over 100 staff, and work with 7 various counties in the area. And we support up to 10,000 families in the area every year.
Dang.
And yeah, it's the largest social service agency in the Gorge, and the Gorge has this part of the Gorge, so kind of like between Portland to like Goldendale, Arlington, almost like north and south central Washington and Oregon, has about 75,000 people, and of that, almost 21 or 22,000 people receive Medicaid services. So it's a very geographically and very culturally diverse area as well. We have about 2,000 Native American members, whether they're members of like specific tribes or if they're outside of tribes. So we have about 2,000 Native community members that live in this area. There's very high Latino population as well. One of the counties is like almost 40% Latino. So it's very like bilingual, bicultural. There's a lot of migrant seasonal farm workers that come through. There's a small but growing, LGBTQ plus community. And then there's lots of that more rural geography and demographics. So we do have certain areas that are very like high poverty levels. Like there's one area maybe half an hour from me that has about a 27% poverty rate in the town and kind of surrounding areas. So there's really just a lot of that diversity and complexity in this area. And so this social service agency has just about 40 programs that really seek to meet a lot of these various needs. So whether there's the programs that are working with migrant seasonal farm workers, Latinos, small businesses, we have a huge counseling and wellness and mental health side of things. We have 2 alternative schools. It's just massive. We have about an $11.5 million budget for this fiscal year through next June 30th. So it is a very, very, very wide-ranging social service agency.
Yeah.
No day is the same
Yeah.
for anyone that works there. Yeah, there's a lot going on in it.
When I was doing my research for it, I didn't come across like how big it was. Like you can see like it covers a large map, but it's like how many individuals fall under that sector. I couldn't even fathom. So then hearing even the budget for such, I'm like, yo, wow, you're covering so much.
Yeah.
That's a lot of help for many people.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of those hubs, and also really connects with a lot of those other community partners too, because like our agency of course like doesn't do everything. Like we don't do like housing, for example, but there is a lot of that like cross referral. I'm sure you're probably familiar with this, Brett. It sounds like, you know, you're a therapist as well, like you see this work, like there can be a lot of those referrals and working with other partners.
Brandon, he has this. We'll be doing volunteer work at local community centers. He does talks and whatnot. This is my go-to guy for mental health information in general, because I'm like, he's all over with it. So like the collaboration of the two minds, I'm taking in. I'm just taking in a lot of this right now.
Well, I don't know. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on this, Brandon, but like, okay, I'm definitely a recovering workaholic. I've like gone through cycles of burnout at various stages of my life. I know, Jovan's like,
I'm looking at him.
And Brandon too. Yeah, like, yep. Which is definitely like something that I hear a lot in the mental health and social service sectors. Like we're here because we want to help others, and like burnout is real because we take on too much. But I have found that and so I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on this too, Brandon. Like I do work a lot. Like I work 50-hour weeks doing the work at the next door. I promote public transit. I like to wear a lot of hats too, and it sounds like you do as well. When you've like tapped into your passion and you're like showing up and you're enjoying doing what you're doing, this is going to sound so cliche, but it doesn't feel like a job. It doesn't feel like work. Yes, you got to still have those boundaries, but you know, does it just feel like, oh, I have to go do my job now? No, I'm in my passion lane and it's a part of who I am. And so
I don't know that it doesn't feel. I think it's always good to run an audit and make sure that we're not doing more than really what we should, or like over functioning for different like spaces, or I think in my mind it's about trying to like get other people to jump on board with the work too and be a part of it and find that purpose and the passion for it as well. But I think you're right though, like once you have the passion for it and you've got that sort of deeper sort of connection with the work that you're doing, it doesn't feel as exhausting. I think my soul would die if I had to work in a cubicle and just work on a calculator, punching numbers into spreadsheets. I'd be like, no, I refuse. I cannot do this anymore. So I think it's cool when there's people that have a passion for it. And I also think it's like, you got to find a balance, you know, what works well so you don't burn out too much.
Yeah, that burnout stage can be real with this line of work.
Why are you smirking, Jovan?
Just listening. Can a
Shut
man
up.
Not just listen?
Shut up. No.
Would you like to contribute any thoughts to this conversation?
I'm just viewing the site. It's what would I have to say, Brandon?
Jovan thinks I'm a workaholic. He thinks I do too much.
Oh,
what are you just guilty of?
Oh, whoa.
It's just
kind of victim blaming.
First, I teach a master class in gaslighting. It's Gaslight University.
So good. So good at it.
Critical piece of mental health right there.
For me, it's funny because I am diving down into this mental health field, but also I'm like, I'm not the best. I'm really not, because I like jokes and I like I like joking about things that people aren't supposed to joke about. So, for instance, I mentioned gaslighting. People obviously shouldn't gaslight. I think that's just a general thing. But to your close friends and cherished loved ones, when you have a good relationship, you can do different things, right? So my thing with my close people is a fun gaslighting amongst conversations. So I think one of ours, we had an episode where I pretty much just I kept going after him.
It was like the whole episode.
I also was in a manic state at the time, so like limits didn't matter. Yeah. But the next week I had to be like, you know what? Maybe don't do what I did.
A little much.
I might have gone a little overboard there.
Mental health is a real thing, and sometimes you really can't just go all the way into it. You'll hurt your friends' feelings.
There's a time and a place, though. You know, there's a time and a place for that.
There is, and typically it would be while one would play like video games per se. You know, you're just communicating because they will tell you that they'll call you and they'll play the game with you and whatnot, and then they don't call, they don't text, they don't message. Brandon, do you have anything to say on the matter?
Confessional. It's okay. This is a safe space.
It's not.
It's
really not.
It's really not. Yeah, I was never gonna be like, he just said he gaslit the whole episode. Not a safe space.
I apologize for the next one. That's semi-safe.
It's semi-safe. No, Jovan thinks I don't play Power World enough with him, which is true, but like, it's mostly true. I'm just also trying to figure out when in the world I'm gonna fit in time to play.
So then we get back to this whole situation of, does he work too much? And you see where I'm coming from. I'm just
I on average, pre-Jovan, play video games maybe 1 hour every like 4 weeks, 5 weeks. And so like it's an
hour and a half.
Every 4 or 5 weeks, or every I need to know more. Like, how often?
Jovan wants to play like at least a couple hours a week. Easy.
In a day, you could do maybe like an hour and a half, and I'm satisfied off that. But he's like, no. I got this and my kids and I have a wife and stuff. Like, I'm like, bro, man, I don't care about none of that.
I think Jovan's just bored. He needs more, I don't know, like ministry opportunities or something.
Hey, Jovan, we're hiring.
I mean,
on our website.
I don't think
careers.
I don't have any degrees or certificates in experience times. Dang it. Okay.
We don't know. I was just gonna be like,
I'm not a good person. How about that? Like,
okay,
Brandon,
no, I'd like to challenge you on that.
Yeah, Brandon can vouch. Not a good person.
No. I think you're a great person. I think you're fantastic.
Good job.
I'm just saying. I think you're a fantastic person, and you should probably like it. I think it's a great opportunity. No.
I'll pop our website into the chat.
No. There's man, chat's disabled. That's crazy.
Oh, chat's disabled.
You just no.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
Wow. There's some
I don't think I'm
going on here too.
I still have some things to learn when it comes to if someone's going to be under my care. I'm not ready.
Are they?
You have a baby, Jovan. You have a baby. You like whether you like it or not. You are ready.
So don't say right things around me. Like that's That's audacity to come on my show and tell me something right. Most of my guests know to be like, all right, here's my lane. I'm not going to call him out. But now you're going to be like, but you're a whole father?
I've never been known for being
I
very like,
I'm saying.
I do a lot of the giving of the bashing and whatnot. I don't take. It's not a receiving party over here. There's some jokes that come up. I'm not. You know what?
Brandon and I are really trying to hold back right now.
Because if I don't state it now, Brandon's gonna come after me with it off air. He's gonna be like, now I can say what I really want to say. You see the smirk.
Oh, I see I see those ears turning. Yep. I see the eyes. Yeah.
This went left. Anyway,
it did.
We were supposed to be talking about our guests and not talk about me.
For what it's worth.
Long story short, I'm not a good therapist. I'm
connected.
not meant to help people. Ask Brandon. Just off it. Don't let it be on camera.
I know we both just want to dig in now because this is exactly what we.
No, because he tries to like build me up into being like, no, but you're great for this, and I'm like, first of all, do you see my attitude? I can't be a therapist doing stuff like this.
Remember that, like, I kind of,
I'm hearing it.
Yep.
I'm hearing it.
Stay tuned, all for
so we got a guest on the show.
Part 2 next week. Come on back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know,
I will say,
supposed to be about Jovan.
No, but I think in moments like this, what it illustrates though is we're all kind of like, I think sometimes think that like therapists, counselors, social workers, like anyone in the social service field, I think they think of it as there's some sort of hierarchy to it, and I think for me, I'm kind of like, hey, we're all in this thing together. Come on now.
Okay. I think we've had a whole discussion on this hierarchy situation, and either there is or lack thereof. I'm for the party up there is, and for you to sit here and say that there's not.
I'm saying we're all working our stuff out together. Like we need each other. Like there's things that we need each other to like address and call out. You do it all the time for me. You like look at me and you're like, here's what you need to get better at. And I'm like, you're not wrong. Shut up. And then I listen to it and I work on it. And then you're like, hey, you're still not good enough. I'm like, stop, leave me alone. I'm working on it.
Because you are amazing at what you do. And I'm just trying to elevate the amount of amazing category that you're in. Because you do so much already. I just know, I'm like, you're already top tier. Let's see where that ceiling ends. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But
Jovan,
you get to do it too.
Yeah, Jovan, I'm sure you've probably heard of the term imposter syndrome, right?
There's no imposters around here.
Well, like that in that voice.
Get back in the frame.
I'm just gonna leave.
I'm so glad we've had this opportunity to meet Brandon. And imposter syndrome. That's also another thing.
What's that, Jovan? What's that?
I'm unfamiliar. I don't recall. See,
I'm a part-time psychic. On
my thing is, okay, we're here now. No, there needs to be a part 2 because I have a rebuttal, but we've run out of time.
Yeah, there does have to be.